Hi folks, welcome back. Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part Two is out. Instead of reviewing the movie, I thought I'd focus on something that seemed to be bothering Google. Are Dune's indigenous peoples the Fremen, Arab, or Muslim? Well, sorta. Before we get into it, note that this is just an entertaining thought exercise. At one level, the question is ridiculous. Arabs are a majority in 21 countries on 2 continents, and there are 350 million of them. And there are very large Arab communities in Europe and the Americas, another 50 million or so. Arabs live in cities and villages, and a few are nomadic. So Arabs as a concept really is a beautiful tapestry, not a monolith. Also, not all Arabs are Muslims. In countries like Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Palestine, and Egypt, there are sizable Christian minorities. In fact, let me blow your mind while we're at it. Until the formation of Israel in 1948, Jewish Arab or Arab Jew was not a contradiction in terms. There were nearly 1 million Jews living in Arab countries. Keep in mind also that Arab and Muslim are not synonymous. There are nearly 2 billion people in the world today who practice Islam, or at least they're culturally Muslim, stretching from Europe all the way through North Africa down to Southeast Asia. So yeah, watch this video to get entertained, not educated. To get educated and informed, watch my other videos. Okay, let's talk about the Fremen and Arabs. Number 1. The Fremen live in the desert. This one is obvious, though, as I mentioned, no longer a modern-day thing. Until the rise of Islam in the 7th century, Arabs lived predominantly in the Arabian Peninsula, which now as then is a desert landscape with, you guessed right, sand dunes. Number 2, the Fremen care deeply about religion and tradition. Some are even fanatical about their faith and customs. You can't talk out of turn. You can't engage in side conversations during prayers. There's a strict social code and set of mores that you need to follow. And if you break those codes and mores, I must break you. Though this part about tradition is undergoing massive change in the Arab world, especially these days, but it always has. Number 3. Many Fremen await a Messiah, a savior, and believe in prophecies. I guess for this one, I don't really need to get into much detail, right? All 3 of the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, carry a belief where a divine messenger will come and announce the arrival of a better age. But an obsession with a Messiah who will arrive and, the destruction of the world, that's more like an American politician thing, isn't it? Number 4, the Fremen appeared like a closed society, even hostile to outsiders, but as soon as you gain their trust and friendship, quote, you're one of us. That line I just quoted is actually used in both of the Dune movies, and there's some truth to that in the real world. I've lived in Arabic-speaking countries for the 6 years of my first 18 years in life, and I can tell you, getting treated as one of us is quite common once you gain the trust of the Fremen, of Arab folks. Once you gain their trust, man, you really make some of the best friends in life. And Dune really does a good job in portraying that. Then again, traditional communities appearing close to outsiders, but then embracing the stranger as one of their own, that's not really exclusive to Arabs. Number 5, everyone wants to get a piece of the Fremen action. By that I mean the Fremen homeworld's main commodity, the spice melange.
Without spice, interstellar travel is impossible, making it by far the most valuable substance in the universe.
Arabs, oil, gas, and the world economy. And before that, in previous centuries, the Silk Road and spice trade. Need I say more? This is actually related to the source material of the films, the late Frank Herbert's epic novel series. Mr. Herbert's inspiration came from things like feudal Europe, the global spice and silk trades, imperialism, the war in Vietnam, political corruption, and environmental degradation. And mushrooms. 6th, and the final parallel to draw between the Fremen and the Arabs is the language. Though I felt that in the Villeneuve movies, the Fremen language sounded a bit more like Hebrew than Arabic. Anywho, in the novels, one of the legendary slogans in honor of Fremen fighters was, Yahya Shahada, which means long live the martyrs in Arabic, but got translated in the novels and in the computer games and previous movies based on Dune as, quote, long live the fighters. Fun fact, in Dune Part 2 that just came out, this is something completely different. There is nothing about martyrs, no shahada or anything of the sort. In both the novels and the Villeneuve movies, the Messiah is called the Mahdi. The hero, Paul Atreides, takes the moniker Muad'Dib, which sounds similar to the Arabic word Mu'allim, teacher, as well as Mu'addab, a person who is the bearer of tradition and righteousness and passes those things on to future generations, like a teacher. He's also called Usul, which means principal in Arabic. Meanwhile, the emperor of the known universe in the Dune series is called the Padishah, which actually was the title of Ottoman, Persian, and Mughal sultans. Wars and revolutions in the novels are called jihad. Yeah, I think you get the point. Now that we covered all that, who are the Harkonnen supposed to be? National Socialist Germany? Or some other country, maybe? I mean, the Fremen live in places they call Sich, which sounds exactly like the name of the fortifications where Ukrainian Cossacks used to live. And these days, their descendants, fighting a group of pale-looking brutal invaders? What about House Atreides? Are they Scottish? I mean, look, they come from the planet of Caladan, which sounds exactly like Caledonia, the name that the Romans gave to the Scottish Highlands. And remember, Hans Zimmer, the composer of the film's music, even had Scottish bagpipes for the Atreides theme. Yes. All right, that's it. If you like the sort of commentary and cultural jambalaya, check out my previous movie commentaries here. In the meantime, let me know what you think about Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2 in the comments. In your opinion, what other people from around the world are like the Fremen? Should I do a video on the Harkonnens or House Atreides? For more of my videos, click the like, subscribe, and notification buttons so you don't miss the fun. Thank you.